King of Barr and Bawsch made this fantastic deck for all of us, and Bawsch actually chickened shit out from playing this from his regional. He still got top 32 and got his invite, but man oh man, you could have been famous for the one playing Smile Universe, and that would have been some credibility I would have loved to have had under my belt. So guys, what is up? MK40 here. We're going to be doing a special deck profile submitted to me from, of course, King of Barr and Bawsch. And if you guys followed this channel for a while, Barr comes up with some of the kookiest shit in the universe. Like, no pun intended on Smile Universe. But we've been a little bit more busy as of late. I haven't got the chance to talk to him about some of the cool, crazy stuff that he's cooked up. And this was the last crazy thing that I got the chance to see from him. So, Smile Universe is going to be the centralized card and the theme of this deck. Smile Universe special summon as many face-up Pendulum monsters from your extra deck as possible, but they have their effects negated, if any. Then, your opponent gains life points. See, that's that right there, equal to the total original attack of the special summon monsters. You can not normal summon or special summon or attack during the turn that you activate this effect. You've all kind of understood what we're doing here, right? Like, there's no cheeky secrets. Nurse Angel Refuel says any effect damage that would make your opponent gain life inflicts the same amount of damage to your opponent. Why play this when you could play Bad Reaction to Samochi and all the other fun stuff that comes along with Gift Card the deck? Well, let me tell you. The Pendulum deck is fully functional. You don't have to... I mean, you got some bricks in your deck. You know, call it what it is. But we get to abuse Smile Universe. 500 IQ plays, by the way. So, your whole objective here, get to a stable position where you can beam out a bunch of extra deck monsters. And then you're going to go ahead and maybe take a battle phase, ping your opponent for some damage. Set this with the Nurse Angel Refuel. Go in phase, and then go ahead and Smile Universe your opponent off of the world. It's pretty self-explanatory. So, nothing too crazy there, but we do have an entire Pendulum deck that also supports this. You can't just play some Dark Lord cards in a Pendulum deck and expect to not get away with needing the good part of the deck. So that's what the Pendulum side of this deck actually brings to us, is we get the ability to actually play the game and, well, not really get punished for wanting to make bad life decisions. So, is this consistent? I've seen it go off a couple of times. I mean, it's a one-of. I mean, you're a fully functioning Pendulum deck outside of having this super cheeky FTK built into your deck. So, I mean, yeah, there is interesting things that you can do. So let's kind of walk through this and see what we're doing here. So we are playing the triple copies of the Abyss Curtain Riser. This is going to be one of our main combo starters. The fact that he can beam himself out, I mean, he gets 1100 attack. So if you need to actually get over something for an extra amount of damage, Curtain Riser is your guy. Now, we are playing the 3 Chronograph Sorcerer. This is going to be another one of our core starters. This plus another Pendulum monster actually does what we need it to do. Also loads up the extra deck for more degenerate shenanigans, which... well, don't really need to know what those are unless you don't know how to play Pendulum, but there's that. Now, we are playing one copy of Condemned Witch. So when this card is normal summon, you can add a Forbidden Quick Play spell card from your deck to your hand. We're not playing any. And then during your opponent's main phase, quick effect, you contribute this card and special summon one level 4 fairy monster from your deck, except for Condemned Witch. And you can only use this effect to Condemned Witch once per turn. Anybody else notice that she's Lone Fire Blossom for Dark Lords? That she is. So we do play 3 copies of the Dark Lord Nurse Refuel, which is going to be our essential win con next to Smile World for those life point gain-esque shenanigans that we're going to try to Yahtzee our opponent with. Now we are playing 1 copy of the Mythical Beast Basilisk. So if you control no other cards in your Pendulum Zone, you can destroy this card, and if you do, shuffle 1 face-up spellcaster monster from your extra deck into your deck, except for Basilisk, and draw a card. So we do have a built-in draw card. Then each time a spell card is activated, place 1 spell counter on this card, and when that spell, or after the spell resolves, then you can remove 3 spell counters from this card to return 1 Mystical Beast from your Pendulum Zone, or face up in your extra deck to your hand. So we do get recursion, but the thing we care about here is we get the ability to take a mulligan on the extra deck to get a draw, which, who doesn't want that? We only play one copy of Jackal King because we are playing the one copy of Basilisk. I do kind of think that you have options between this, but I do think that instead of going 2/1/1 is fine. We do play triple copies of Master Cerberus. You guys already know how good this card is. Now we are playing the one copy of the Odd Eyes Phantasm Dragon. So you can discard one card to add one face-up Dragon Pendulum monster from your extra deck to your hand. And then if you control, or if you have two cards in your Pendulum zones and a face-up Odd Eyes Pendulum monster in your extra deck, special summon this card from your hand. You cannot Pendulum summon the turn that you activate this effect. And then during damage calculation, if this card battles opponent's monster, you can make that opponent's monster lose 1,000 attack. Alright. For each face-up Pendulum monster in your extra deck. Then during damage calculation, you can use each of the... So you get a full power down, which is actually really good while you're shitting out rainbows on your opponent. Really good value. Now we do play triple copies of the Performer Pile Pendulum Sorcerer. Getting the extra buff is actually not terrible. Oh wait, that's never relevant. But we care about being able to destroy, searching for other Performer Pile cards, and beautiful things like that. This is the one we care about, by the way. So, Performer Pile Smile Sorcerer. So, Pendulum effect: if a monster you control whose current attack is higher than its original attack is destroyed by a card effect, special summon this card from your Pendulum zone. Okay? Alright, now this is where our boy gets spicy. So if this card is normal special summon, you can add one Smile spell card from your deck to your hand. Smile Universe. If every monster you control is a Performer Pile or Odd Eyes, or a Magician Pendulum monster, and this card's current attack is higher than its original attack, you can draw cards equal to the number of monsters you control whose current attack is higher than their original attack. Special summon for this turn. We don't care about that. We care that we summon this guy, we actually have a searcher for Smile Universe over here to kill our opponent and actually win the game. You know what I mean? Now, we do play triple copies of Darkworm. No real explanation needed for this guy. He's literally one of the best cards that we still have for Pendulums. I think if this card was at 1 here, we might not get the chance to see as much diversity here. Now, we do play the 2 copies of the Supreme King Gate 0. This is pretty much explanatory. Like, you match these numbers. Now, we do play the 1 copy Time Gazer to go with our Chronograph. We do play the triple copies of the Odd Eyes Arc Brave Dragon. Standard vanilla floatability. It's all kind of wrapped up in one package here. Now we do play the triple copies of Banishment of the Dark Lords. Add 1 Dark Lord monster from your deck to your hand, except for Banishment of the Dark Lords. You can only use 1 of these once per turn. This is just basically to guarantee that you can search for... There's an Angel Reficule, so you can get to where you need to be. We are playing 2 copies of the Contract with Dawn 1000. So, this card is activated, both players will take 1,000. And if they do, each player draws. All cards that are drawn with this effect will be revealed. And then when a player's spell card in their hand is revealed with this effect, that player cannot normal summon or set monsters. So this basically will help you close the gap on your opponent. It's an extra 1,000 ping, which is actually really good. We have triple copies of Dragon trying to get our boy Darkworm in the graveyard. 2 copies of Duelist Alliance for searching. And 1 copy of our OTK card. The extra deck down here, we have 1 copy of Triple Burst Dragon, because we're going to be doing dragon shenanigans, so we're going to have to rotate and things. We have 2 copies of Saruja, Draw Power, Special Summon Ability. It's all wrapped up in one little package for you. 1 copy of Electromagnet, because we are a Pendulum deck. 1 copy of Pisty, 1 copy of LP for shenanigans. 1 copy of the Agripane. 1 copy of the Spatha to move columns. 1 copy of Equimax. Then we have 1 copy of Boral Sword Dragon, 1 copy of Boral Dragon, 1 copy of Binary Sorceress, of course Barr, you've had to play that card, 1 copy of Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon, 1 Meteor Burst, and 1 copy of Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon. Side deck here, we have 1 copy of Amorphage Goliath. Of course, we're going to play this in the game where you can go LP and just special summon as lock your opponent. It's really good. We have 2 copies of Black Fang, triple copies of Denko Sekka. Well, we'll say this. The Sky Striker matchup is still really hard no matter what deck you're playing. 2 copies of my boy Prinkatops, 1 copy of the Dragon Caller Magician, 2 copies of Harmonizing Magician, 2 copies of Purple Poison Magician, and 2 copies of Pendulum Call. Wrapping up this bad boy. Barr and Bawsch. What were you guys thinking when you put this together? Like, be honest with me. Like, why are we profiling this? Why is Smile Universe a thing? Well, guys, please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about this. I'm sure somebody else has probably tinkered around with this idea, but, we still enjoy crazy shenanigans on this channel. Alright guys, I'm out. Peace. The ride never, well, truly ends. Thank you, patrons. Without you guys, I don't know what I'd be wearing in these videos. I might be a truffle shuffle incident all over again. Guys, please also check out Vanquil40 for some awesome Vanguard content. Some other interesting stuff you might find up here on the left or in the description as well. Thanks for watching.